not without all of what has been going on for the last 10 years. The two individuals who have actually been making, who give the impression of stalking and harassing these, still promoting this conspiracy that they've been involved in a sort of cult sort of thing, is yourself and Katie Ionath, who I think is your girlfriend now or something.
So yeah, you've been mislaid. You've been misrepresented the truth here regarding what's occurred.
Right. At the end of the day, it's stuff which has been put onto the internet.
But I'm saying your premise, the premise of what you're basing your suggestions of misinformation is in turn the inversion of the truth. So there is this active. They were involved in child sexual abuse, trafficking, and the murder of small babies.
Well, that is your opinion, of course, and I respect your opinion.
No, it's proven. It's proven.
Well, the thing is there has been investigations, there has been court cases.
Incorrect. Sorry.
In court.
No,
I think you have been in court.
The evidence wasn't. Stuff. No, I was not charged with any any wrong intention. I was charged for only offending in the wording that I used against Ricky.
Okay, so let's put aside this debate of whether what has happened sort of 10 years ago. What is your position now? You know, everybody's had their chance, had their say, etc.
Coming to the tree, they strung up her men. They say you murdered 3. Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree? But dead man called out for his love to flee. Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we both be free? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight. Wear a necklace of hope, side by side with me. Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Good morning. Right, I need to try and make this quick because it takes time even to upload, which just takes time out of having stronger Wi-Fi for my work. Where do I start again with this son of a bitch? I mean,
Should we just... No, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll start with Babs. We'll just quickly start with Babs, won't we? How sick are these people, honestly? So, Wild Signal Club copied from somewhere. No, I've created it and I've written a book that kind of goes along with it to do with restoring gut health. It's very similar to the GAPS diet. It's kind of based on the GAPS diet and philosophy, but developed further with the just the wealth of information that's come since the GAPS diet was developed, but also from a vegan perspective. So that's another thing that goes alongside the Wild Signal Club, because it kind of is just in keeping with the philosophy behind it. It's more than just going out and pointing at flowers and stuff like that. And I don't need to prove it to anybody on the internet. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to prove it to anybody on the internet. I'm working hard on my work all day, every day. That's what I do. So to have you say that I've copied it from somewhere, I mean, why don't you go and find where I've copied that? Everyone said this about everything I've done. Every time that I've written anything, Esau said that I've taken that from somewhere. No, like I told you, I'm perfectly capable. Okay, I'm perfectly capable. I did win an award for creative writing in year 8, I think it was, out of the borough, Babs, out of the borough. Okay, I was presented an award by the mayor, right? It's not I don't run around because I don't have to, but I'm obviously quite well able to write. All of this, like, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't. You're laughing at me, mocking me. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? All of these thousands of feedback. When did I say I've got thousands of feedback? See, this is your flapping. You're mixing things up. No, I've got 14,000 names almost in my court. We'll address that in a minute because Alexander is referring to that. So that's probably where you've got 14,000 from, or maybe 1.3 thousand posts in under 2 months. I've not missed one from the government news publications. Okay, so I've not missed one in just under 2 months. Can you imagine over all of these years? And if I hadn't have been erased by you people and still had all of my thousands and thousands of followers, do you think, you can't see any issues here? You don't think that I would have had access to people that might have helped me out in certain situations? You know, just hearing my story, my version of events. I mean, I don't need to explain all of this whatsoever, do I? I don't need to explain all of this. That I didn't say there were thousands. I never said there were thousands. I'm saying the feedback that we've got so far is really good. And you're challenging me to show you thousands. I'm not doing this for glory. I'm doing this to provide something solid that's going to be there when I'm gone. That's what I'm doing with my work. That's what we're all supposed to do, I believe. If you've got a problem with that, I mean, do you think it makes you look really big and clever to just literally stand there trying to tear down anything I do? What have you got to show anybody, Babs? Like, what have you done with your time, Babs? And you're closer to death than I am, Babs. So, like, where's all of your work and your projects? What are you leaving behind when you're gone, other than shit, other than harm, other than lies and venom? And it's just unbelievable what you're doing. No, I haven't copied it from anywhere. It's all my, and I can prove it, or I don't need to. It's all in AI. Jake says that this is the other thing that you're missing as well. I've got an actual human being. We bounce everything off of each other all day, every day, and you don't see any of it, okay? So we've got all of this back and forth that's recorded as well, with all of our actual intentions, our actual work, our actual thoughts, our actual motivations, all of these things, okay? We can prove. We've got, the police were sat on a load of it for how long? Okay, so what do you think you're achieving here by coming to mock me, just over and over and over again, when what I'm doing is working and doing well despite the sabotage, despite the erasure, despite the abuse. 24/7, I've managed to do it despite, and because I'm not in it for the glory, I'd much rather have just a few people going out and actually engaging with what I'm proposing, giving me honest feedback so that I can refine it even further. So then when I do present it to the wider public, it's already tried and tested and already been fine-tuned if necessary. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you mocking me? Why are you mocking me? This is unbelievable. But I mean, this is what you do, isn't it, Babs? and the names in your pathetic mock court are mostly irrelevant, so that takes no time up. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. That takes no time up. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Or it takes no time to do. So the process of what I'm doing takes no time because you think it's got no role, because you want it to have no relevance. You know that it's got a lot of relevance. You wouldn't be here shitting yourself, half the freaking internet, or not half the internet, but you lot that are still stuck around this situation. If my court meant nothing, if I was irrelevant, if all of these things were true, you wouldn't be worried whatsoever about anything that I'm doing. But quite the opposite of that, you're worried 24/7, and there's a lot of you worried 24/7 about what I'm doing. Okay, so I'd say it's quite effective. Given I had literally, what options did I have? If I'm silenced and I'm being erased over and over and over again, and I'm being, I mean, and the police aren't going to help, my family don't want to, where was I going to do anything miraculous? And like, it's insane what you're trying to mock me for not achieving. The fact that I've survived is the achievement. Okay, so I know that anybody else that sees this situation will understand that, because they're not invested in it as a paedophile or a paedophile protector like yourself, Barbara. Okay, so carry on doing what you need to do, and we'll just go back to quickly addressing what Alexander Oliver Jones has put onto the internet today regarding myself. Bear with me, sorry, they've changed a couple of the functions here, and I'm not too sure that it's for the better this time. Usually I'm really enjoying what they do, but I'm not too hot on this one, but I'll get used to it. But bear with me, it's just slowed me down a little bit going between screens here. Oh, there we are. Okay, so a stalker of me and many others insists they do not stalk whilst announcing plans to extend their kangaroo court to 1,400 of their victims. No, I've already got 1,400 names in the court. You can consider that a warning. It worked for a lot of people. They've not bothered me since their name went in there. Okay, however, people like you are just giving me more and more reason to keep you first when we actually start hearings. Okay, and what we'll do before your hearings is we'll list as many charges as I can be fucking bothered to write out. There's plenty, and you just put in more and more and more every day. We're going to list the charges, and they'll be public. We'll list the charges with the law that you've broken. Okay, and of course, this is just a mock court. It's just my opinion. All right, but at the end of the day, if it's founded in law, and then the rest of the public agree with it, then there may be a little bit of pressure applied to the authorities to actually follow through their own fucking job that they get paid to do. All right, so you can mock it if you want, but no, 1,400 names, they're just warning shots. You can just take that as a warning shot, okay? You're on the radar, basically. You're on the radar. Doesn't mean anything, does it? It just means you're on the radar. Okay, I'm not extending it anywhere. There's already 1,400 names in there, almost. Already 1,400, okay? I've been at this a long time. You seem to think that the whole world revolves. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And again, we're just going to come back to the sticking point of all of these people that have been harassing me, have been doing it as well on behalf of your client, like well before I knew you even knew who I was. So you're going to have to make that one work for whoever's interested. Okay. The stalker would rather blame Silicon Valley for the loss of social media accounts rather than their own story. I mean, do you pay any attention to the news? Have you seen how many actual court cases are already going through? I don't think that was picked up on the microphone because of the noise cancellation, but there was a really loud bang. There's a couple of doors upstairs when it's windy. I think if the window's left open, which is fine, but like my own door, these are now triggers, and it's not just the door. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this situation for anybody. I'm living through the most intense trauma all day, every day of my life, and I have been for years. And this doesn't go away, it gets worse. The grief gets worse. The triggers get more intense. There's no fear. So you need to understand the difference between anger, fear, grief, trauma. There's so many real human emotions that are going on. There's no fear. Have that correct. But everything else is very real. And your bullshit every fucking day is not helping anything. And it's making me far less patient, far less compassionate. Far less concerned for a lot of people's welfare if they don't deserve it, if it means. Look, I think you know what I'm saying. At this point, where did we get up to anyway? Let's just get this finished. Yeah, so I'm assuming Alex is completely unaware of all of the court cases that are going through at the moment. And did he miss that the first big one was a woman named Kaylee, spelled exactly my way? Now, he likes to see signs in stuff and all of that kind of thing. So maybe go and look into some of these court cases and see what they entail and what's being discussed, what information is being discussed. These companies are responsible for so much harm, and a lot of it seems almost intentional. But I mean, like, I'm not a court, am I? But it's all being discussed in the actual courts. Everybody's free to go and look, aren't they? So what are we going to assume, that all of those harms didn't apply here to this situation? All of the things that I was pointing out for so many years that are now being discussed in public. Not relevant to me, no. How can I be stalking 1,400 people, you dumb bastard, by noting crimes that are going on in public and adding their name to a list? You're interpreting that as stalking 1,400 people. Do you accuse every newspaper of stalking people? Do you accuse every actual court of stalking people? Do you accuse police, investigators of stalking people? Do you accuse anybody that caught anybody? I mean, you're in the real world. You pretended to be James Hind. And that's problematic now, because you're still responsible for those words and those actions, even though you used a fake persona. And that, again, that's the danger of doing this kind of shit online, and it actually compounds crime when you're anonymous or using fake identity. You're confusing people. You're taking advantage of somebody being uncertain about what you are, who you are, what your motives are, not being accountable. All of that is very shady shit, and you've been doing that intentionally for a really long time. That's stalking, that's harassment, that's malicious communications. All the things that you're trying to pretend you're a victim of was you, and it's all recorded. So your bullshit now trying to make out that I'm any of these things, it's just not going to wash anywhere. But let's read the end of it. Showing they've lost a sense of reality. I've still got all of my recordings for all of the years when in all of the various places that I've lived. Not so much this year, because I don't feel like I need to go through it. Well, I've done all of the tomatoes. I've done the mushroom hunting. I've done everything out in the forest. I've done all of that for years. I've got all of the video evidence, not an update here or there about something else. And I wasn't pretending to be somebody. Do you know what I mean? I was myself out in nature. I recorded it. I've done a lot of my journaling that nobody's even seen yet out in nature. It hasn't all been on YouTube. You don't know me. You've never spoken to me. You don't fucking know what I do all day, you idiot. Yet you've shut down my fucking PayPal. You've told the whole world I'm a fraudster, that I traffic children. You're a fucking psychopath, you dumb cunt, and you're around the corner. And I don't give a flying fuck what stops you now. The fuck do you think? I mean, showing that they've lost sense of reality. This guy, he has lost sense of reality. The stalker. I'm not a stalker. Defamation. And all of this, you're not using my name. You've shut down my fucking PayPal. You've prevented me from closing down my business. You've named me 1 million times at the beginning of your updates. Do you know what I mean? You're an idiot. You're an absolute fucking idiot. You're literally only referring to, you're an idiot. You phoned Jake in March last year and named us then, you fucking idiot. So the stalker insists that they are connecting with nature by posting AI-generated junk to their Blue Sky account. Because I've used AI to produce quicker and better quality what I'm coming up with. That's now just AI has just done all of that on its own. This guy has lost the fucking plot. I mean, everything you look at now has had AI play a part in it, hasn't it? Are you just now accusing everything around us of just being AI because like the finished product has had some AI involvement? Are you mental? Not even the AI content is How about the people that are actually filling in the forms out in the nature, taking the photos you're a fucking moron. I'm delusional. I'm deluded and I'm sad because Alexander Oliver Jones on the internet said so. Below is a real butterfly. Well done. I've got years and years and years of me out in nature with butterflies and plants and blackberry bushes. And do you know what I mean? Like, you're a crazy man. I photographed at Cudmore Grove Nature Park on Mersey Island last Saturday. Well done. I can go into the garden and take a few pictures of some butterflies. We can all do that. But I've created an entire course to engage young children back with the natural world. Well, predominantly young children, but anybody. It's actually for anybody. That was a complete lie. It's for anybody. But the worksheets and everything, I suppose, are geared toward children. But I mean, like, everybody loves the worksheet when you're into what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're all kids, aren't we, really? But what are you talking about? What are you talking about? How delusional are you? So you've now determined that I just don't even know where to start with this guy. He's taken a photo of a butterfly and he's now telling you all that I'm deluded and sad because I've used AI to help make my course just more presentable and more like the same way anybody uses AI to finish their work or to, do you know what? Do I need to explain this? I don't think I need to explain this. Does this just show your intent again, Alex? Just being a bit fucking obsessed here, harassing and stalking me? In fact, Alex, I think that's what this does. Really, I'm not really going to take your feedback, seeing as you're not an explorer. You're not doing the Wild Signal Club, so I don't really care whether or not you like it. The children that are taking part and they're giving us the feedback and sending photos and actually doing it out in nature, the children are really enjoying it, and so are the parents. So I think I'll stick with what there. And it's not thousands of people, Babs, you're correct, but I never said it was. It's not supposed to be yet. We're just literally on day 3. I like to do things slowly, build solid foundations so I don't make a fucking tit of myself. Not that I never do, like we all do, we're all human, but anyway, I think that's enough now. Yeah, so, like, fuck you, you stupid cunt. You're around the corner and you're just not getting away with this. I don't know who you fucking think you are. You're not getting away with this, so I will be reporting you to the police just when I can be asked. And that's for actual stalking and harassment. And I'm not even going with the stalk. Stalking is a high threshold. Okay, and I don't stalk people. It's impossible to stalk 1,400 people. What you need to do to warrant stalking as a charge, you wouldn't be able to do to 1,400 people at the same time. It's an oxymoron. It doesn't make sense. You're an idiot. I will, however, be reporting you for harassment again and malicious communications again. Okay, alongside a few other people. Conspiracy, let's just keep chucking that one in there for good measure. But you do you and all that. Have a nice day.